Hello, my name is Nicole Butts, and I'm the Presidential Associate for Inclusive Excellence and Diversity here at Cal Poly Pomona. Employee and Organizational Development and Advancement has invited me to participate in their 3 to Thrive program. Specifically, 3 things that you can do to thrive on your journey of inclusion. When we think about the journey of inclusion, there are really 3 elements that we need to consider. One element is the mirror, and the mirror is about our self-reflection and our own self-awareness. The second is the bridge, and the bridge helps us connect to other people. And finally, the window. The window is our opportunity to look out on the wider world to identify where inclusion is or is not built into our bigger structures and our larger systems. So our obligation when we think about our inclusion journey is self-reflection, connection with other people, and also looking out at the wider world to see where inclusion is or is not present. So for that reason, this is actually going to be a 3-part 3 to Thrive. So the first part will be on the mirror. The second part, we'll come back and revisit the bridge, and then we'll finish up with the third part, and that will be on the window. So today's session, or this session, is on the mirror. So when you think about a mirror, right, we use a mirror to self-reflect, to self-examine. And when you think about your journey of inclusion, that's really where we need to start. We need to begin to identify the work that we individually have to do before we can start dealing with other individuals or other people or other systems. So since this is 3 to Thrive, and since we love our acronyms, here's my 3-letter acronym for you, or my 3-letter word, ARC. A-R-C, ARC. An arc is a curved shape, or it's a curved path. So think of this arc as your own personal arc of learning, your own personal path of learning. So we start our arc with A, and that is to acknowledge. We have to first acknowledge that bias exists. We have to acknowledge that bias exists in all of us. It exists in me. It exists in you. There are none of us that are free from bias. Once we acknowledge the fact that we have bias, we can then begin the work of identifying what kind of bias we have and the way in which they impact our decision-making and our behaviors and our actions and the way we engage with other people. There are some biases that we're fully conscious of and some that we're completely unconscious of, implicit bias. The most dangerous bias oftentimes are the ones that we're not aware of. Because if we're not aware of them, we're also not aware of the way in which they are directing our behaviors and our decision-making. So they're guiding us, and we don't even know that they're guiding us. So we have to do the work of acknowledging that we have bias and begin the work of identifying how those biases impact our decision-making and our interactions and other people. Once we've done the work of acknowledging that bias exists, we then need to move to the next part of our acronym, and that is R. And the R is for reading. Reading means that we need to go out and find information so that we can better understand bias, racism, inequity, systemic racism, all of the isms that are out there, privilege. So we have to do some reading so that we can understand what these things are, how they operate within ourselves, how they operate in society. So as we engage in conversations, we are grounded in knowledge, and we're grounded in information, and we're grounded in understanding how people's life experiences are different. And we also better understand our own life experiences and what that means for us as we engage with other people. So once we have acknowledged that we have bias, and we've begun the work of better understanding our biases and biases in general through our reading, then we can move to our last letter in ARC, and that's C. C is for challenge. We have to challenge ourselves. We have to challenge our thought processes, our beliefs, our behaviors, our actions. If we don't challenge the way that we're thinking about things, if we don't challenge our assumptions, then we can't begin to change those assumptions. We can't begin to work through the biases that we hold. So we have to challenge ourselves by stopping and asking, wait a minute, did I just say that? Wait, is that really what I'm thinking? Why did I just have that thought? Where did that come from? What is that about? Is that really what I believe? Is that really what I want to believe? What assumptions am I making right now? We have to continually challenge ourselves on those biases as they come up for us. We cannot engage in inclusion without challenging ourselves. So our journey doesn't take us very far. If we stop at acknowledging and reading, but we're not willing to challenge ourselves, we're not really willing to take this journey. So when we think about 3 to Thrive and our journey of inclusion, I want you to think about ARC. Acknowledge bias, read so you can better understand bias and other isms, and challenge yourself and your thought processes as you engage. So that's our mirror. We will revisit and we will talk about the bridge next. So thank you.